Hello everybody, my name is Kamara and today we are going to be reviewing our 6th installment of the Backyardigans, Season 1, Episode 6, It's Great to Be a Ghost. Now in this episode, Tyrone, Uniqua, and Pablo are all pretending to be ghosts in a haunted house. Pablo and Uniqua are really good at scaring and they think it's really fun. But Tyrone is not really too fond of it, and it tends to make him nervous. And when Tasha comes around, she claims she isn't scared of anything. But that's until Tyrone really gets into a scary act and gives her a scare, and both Pablo and Uniqua a scare they'll never forget. So I really, really, really love this episode. I really love this episode. Some people claim it as, quote-unquote, the darkest episode of the series. And let me explain why before I get into my personal thoughts. They claim it's the most scariest episode because I saw it on TV Tropes that people claim this is the scariest episode, the darkest episode of the show because, you know, they're all ghosts and ghosts are supposed to be dead. But I don't really like to get into that type of stuff. But here's how I see it. Yes, there are ghosts. I didn't think too deep into it when I was a kid. I still don't want to think too deep into that now. But think of it like this. They're young kids. They don't know how ghosts come upon. And also, it's a kid's show. So for those who want to think it's the darkest episode, that's on you. But as I see it, I don't see it as dark. I see it as just like a cute little scaring game. It's just, please don't think about that type of stuff, okay? I don't want people thinking like dark stuff. And this is why the fridge horror section of TV Tropes is my least favorite thing on the website. Anyway, this episode is just full of cute moments to the fullest. Like, you know, at first, Pablo pretending to be a little ghost, him breaking the fourth wall, scaring us, the jazz music in this episode. If you don't know, I love jazz music so much. I'm a big fan of jazz. I love it. And another cute moment, just Uniqua and Tyrone playing hide and seek and Pablo scaring them, and Uniqua's little, all right, ghost, come out, wherever you are. And then Tyrone's like, yeah, wherever you are. I don't know why, but in the first season, when we first get introduced to characters, like the first 2 minutes of the episode, I feel like you will catch them doing very, very outdoorsy things, like not really linked up to the adventure just quite yet. Like this episode, they're playing hide and seek before we even got to the plot. In Riding the Range, they mentioned playing jump rope. In the very first episode, they're playing kickball. Those are the type of things I could think of at the top of my head that don't involve them getting involved into the adventure quite yet. They're like, oh, let's play a game. And then when they figure out something that they're doing that day could be related to an adventure, they're like, okay, now adventure. So, yeah, this episode filled with a lot of cute moments. Like, another one is just Pablo scaring them and Uniqua scaring them and their cute little screams. I don't know why, but their screams are so cute. And then Tasha comes through talking about, I'm not scared of nothing. Like, nothing can scare me. And the little hide and go boo song is really cute as well. And just that funny scene where where she goes to Uniqua, where she turns invisible. And Unique was like, hey, that's my spooky floating book, because they're arguing over the book, and she doesn't really know yet. Well, I think she does know. I think she's pretending that she doesn't know that's Uniqua. That's Uniqua. And I feel like maybe when I was younger, but not now, like maybe to me, I felt like Tasha was being a little bit mean to Tyrone, because in the song, What's So Scary About That, he says, and I quote, I have 2 night lights. And then she says, well, that's okay if you're a scaredy cat. And then Tyrone says, hey. And I was like, when I was younger, me was like, hold on, that was very mean. Why would she say that? That's so mean. Because at the time, I was sleeping with a nightlight, and I felt like that was an insult to me and Tyrone when I was younger. But I know But now I see it kind of funny, but I'm sorry. Deep down, I see it funny, but on the outside, I just see it, like, as really, like, that was kind of mean. That was kind of mean what she said. I mean, I don't really, I think if people heard, I'm pretty sure if kids would have taken that line from Tasha, that would have been, like, really mean. Because I hated the term scaredy cat back then, and I still kind of do. But, yeah. So, my younger me was like, Tasha's being really mean in this episode. But honestly, I don't really see that anymore. Tasha was just being her, you know, her sassy, confident self. I don't know if she was really confident in this episode. I say confident because she claimed she wasn't scared of anything. And then we have the iconic moment in this episode. Iconic. First of all, Ghost Tyrone, super cute. Super cute. I want a plushie of him. We have the most iconic moment in this episode where they're being chased around by Tyrone and their faces when they're hiding behind the couch. Like, I'm sorry. Whenever the characters got scared in season 1, the look on their faces now make me belly laugh. They make me legitimately belly laugh. And then also, when they're running out the door, they're screaming. They're like, run for your life! Well, Pablo said it. He said, run for your life! And then him and Uniqua can go through the door because they're transparent. They can go through solid objects. And Tasha, she tries to do the same thing without thinking twice about the door handle. And then she's trying to open the door, and then Tyrone's right behind her. And of course, we have the boo, ah, boo, ah. That still makes you laugh so much. And then that scene where we have that ominous voice that says, "It's great to be a ghost." When I first saw it as a kid, it jump scared me. It gave me a little jump. And of course, when they're going back inside the house for a snack, Tyrone does the little boo. Ah! And we hear Tasha inside screaming. So overall, this episode was really good. I like it. I really like it a lot. So for this episode, I'm going to give it a solid 9. Because I felt like Tyrone was, whenever Tyrone felt a little bit left out or a little bit shy in the early seasons, I felt bad for him. And I felt like Tasha, at least to my younger me, was putting more salt on that wound that already had lemon juice on it. So, yeah, due to Tyrone not really getting as much respect at the beginning, but he totally got his respects in the end, at least for me, and the other characters. Yeah, points deducted. So this episode is getting a 9. But anyway, it was a good episode. It was a really good episode. And I like it a lot. Now, stay tuned for my next review of the next episode. I'll see you all then. And until then, goodbye for now. Hey, future me. By the way, the next episode is episode 7, Riding the Range. Just wanted to let you know. Sorry.